You've been eating them for years, maybe even today. They look harmless, they taste great, and some are even labeled as healthy. But what if I told you that certain everyday foods might actually be speeding up the aging process in your body? Not just wrinkles and sagging skin, but also joint stiffness, fatigue, and slower healing. According to several nutrition experts, aging isn't just about time, it's about inflammation, oxidation, and what's quietly happening inside your cells. And yes, some foods you trust may be making things worse. If you care about your health after 60, this is a video you'll want to watch till the end. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to what we eat. Metabolism slows down, our cells regenerate less efficiently, and the immune system isn't as sharp as it used to be. This means that the food choices we make after 60 have an even greater impact on our skin, energy, memory, and mobility. While many seniors focus on adding vitamins and supplements, few realize that certain common foods can quietly work against all their healthy efforts. These are foods that may increase inflammation, disrupt hormone balance, or accelerate cellular aging, often without causing any immediate symptoms. Understanding which foods to avoid is just as important as knowing what to eat. This video will uncover 7 surprising foods that may be silently aging you faster than you think. Many seniors reach for yogurt believing it's a healthy choice, and plain yogurt can be. But the flavored varieties? That's where the trouble begins. Most commercial flavored yogurts contain added sugars, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives. These ingredients can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation, a known contributor to aging-related conditions like arthritis, cognitive decline, and cardiovascular disease. Sugar, in particular, is one of the biggest dietary accelerators of aging. It promotes a process called glycation, where sugar molecules bind to proteins and fats in the body, forming advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These AGEs damage collagen and elastin, proteins that keep skin firm and joints flexible. The result? More wrinkles, stiffer joints, and a body that feels older than its years. What's worse, many flavored yogurts marketed to seniors are labeled with terms like low-fat or probiotic-rich, which sound healthy but often mean even more sugar to enhance the taste. A small serving can contain up to 20 grams of added sugar. That's about 5 teaspoons in 1 cup. Some evidence also suggests that artificial sweeteners, commonly used in diet yogurts, may negatively affect gut health. A disrupted gut microbiome can impact digestion, mood, immune function, and even increase inflammation, further compounding the aging process. If you enjoy yogurt, choose plain, unsweetened varieties and add your own toppings like berries, flax seeds, or a drizzle of honey. That way, you control the sugar content while still enjoying the benefits of probiotics. Bacon, sausages, ham, and deli meats. These are staples in many diets, especially for quick meals or breakfast. But for people over 60, processed meats can be particularly harmful to aging health. These products are often loaded with sodium, nitrates, and chemical preservatives that have been linked to inflammation, high blood pressure, and even certain cancers. Nitrates and nitrites, commonly used to preserve and color processed meats, can convert into nitrosamines in the body, compounds associated with cellular damage and oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is one of the core biological drivers of aging, wearing down DNA, weakening immune function, and accelerating the aging of skin, organs, and even brain tissue. The high sodium content in processed meats also contributes to fluid retention and increased blood pressure, 2 things that can strain the heart and kidneys over time. Excess salt can also dehydrate the skin, making it appear dull, dry, and older-looking. For seniors already at risk for cardiovascular disease, regular consumption of these meats can make things worse without any obvious signs in the short term. In addition, Most processed meats are low in the kind of healthy fats and antioxidants that support graceful aging. Instead, they tend to be high in saturated fats that may increase bad cholesterol, LDL, and reduce circulation, leading to slower healing and decreased stamina. If you're craving protein, opt for lean, unprocessed options like grilled chicken, fish, or legumes. These offer nutritional benefits without the aging baggage. It sounds healthy, a glass of orange juice in the morning or a bottle of apple juice with lunch. After all, it's made from fruit. How bad could it be? But here's the truth. Drinking fruit juice, especially from store-bought cartons, may be aging you faster than you think. Unlike whole fruits, juices are stripped of fiber, the component that slows down sugar absorption and supports digestive health. What you're left with is a concentrated dose of fructose, a type of sugar that can spike blood sugar levels and overload the liver when consumed in liquid form. Over time, this sugar load can promote fat accumulation, insulin resistance, and, you guessed it, cellular aging. Fructose has also been shown to increase the production of uric acid and inflammation markers, both of which are linked to chronic diseases and accelerated aging. Even juices labeled as 100% natural can contain as much sugar as a can of soda. 1 cup of apple juice can pack over 25 grams of sugar, without the beneficial fiber or chewing that helps signal fullness. Regular consumption of fruit juice may also lead to glycation, similar to sugary yogurts, damaging collagen and speeding up wrinkle formation and joint deterioration. This makes the skin look older and the body feel weaker, even while you're trying to be healthy. If you love fruity flavors, opt for whole fruits instead, or infuse water with slices of orange, lemon, or cucumber. These options hydrate your body and offer antioxidants without the sugar shock. For decades, margarine was marketed as the heart-healthy alternative to butter. But what many didn't realize is that traditional margarine, especially the older formulations, contains trans fats, arguably the most dangerous type of fat for aging bodies. Trans fats are artificial fats created during the hydrogenation process to make oils solid at room temperature. These fats are known to promote inflammation, clog arteries, and increase the risk of heart disease, all of which contribute to an accelerated aging process. They also damage the skin's structural proteins, such as collagen and elastin, leading to sagging, fine lines, and dullness. Some studies have found that people who consume more trans fats tend to look older than those who don't, due to increased oxidative stress and reduced skin hydration. Beyond skin deep, trans fats can impair memory and cognitive function, key concerns for people over 60. While many countries have started phasing out industrial trans fats, some margarine brands may still contain small amounts, especially in countries with looser regulations. Even if the label says 0 grams trans fat, there can be up to 0.5 grams per serving, which adds up over time. Newer versions of margarine may be made with vegetable oils and labeled as trans fat-free, but they're still often highly processed, with additives that can disrupt your metabolism. A better alternative is to use small amounts of real butter, olive oil, or avocado oil, fats that the body recognizes and can use more efficiently. They're salty, crispy, addictive, and for many, a go-to snack during TV time or social gatherings. But potato chips are one of the worst offenders when it comes to foods that quietly speed up the aging process. First, most potato chips are deep-fried at high temperatures, which leads to the formation of acrylamide, a chemical compound that forms in starchy foods when cooked above 120 degrees Celsius (248 degrees Fahrenheit). Acrylamide is classified as a potential human carcinogen, and studies suggest it may damage DNA and accelerate cellular aging. Second, chips are high in refined carbohydrates and unhealthy fats, especially omega-6 fatty acids, which promote inflammation when not balanced with omega-3s. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of age-related diseases, including Alzheimer's, type 2 diabetes, and arthritis. The salt content is another concern. Excess sodium can raise blood pressure, cause fluid retention, and lead to puffiness, especially in the face and under the eyes. Over time, this creates a more tired, older appearance and puts strain on the heart and kidneys. And let's not forget the calorie density. A small handful of chips can pack over 150 calories with almost no nutritional value, just empty fuel that's easily stored as fat, especially around the abdomen, which is linked to higher risks of metabolic and cardiovascular issues. If you crave something crunchy, try air-popped popcorn with light seasoning, baked kale chips, or roasted chickpeas. These options satisfy your taste buds without aging your body from the inside out. Many seniors switch to diet sodas in an attempt to cut sugar and manage weight. On the surface, it seems like a smart choice: zero sugar, zero calories. But what's hidden beneath those fizzy bubbles may not be so harmless after all. Diet sodas are loaded with artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or saccharin. While they don't raise blood sugar the way regular sugar does, research has shown that these chemical substitutes can disrupt the gut microbiome, a critical factor in digestion, immunity, and even brain health. A disrupted microbiome is linked to chronic inflammation, which accelerates the aging of tissues and increases vulnerability to disease. Moreover, some studies have suggested that artificial sweeteners may alter appetite regulation, leading to increased cravings and overeating. This can contribute to weight gain over time, particularly around the abdomen, which is a known risk factor for heart disease and insulin resistance. Diet sodas have also been associated with reduced bone mineral density, an important concern for older adults. Some evidence links them to a higher risk of fractures, particularly among postmenopausal women. The acids in soda can also erode tooth enamel, making teeth more sensitive and aged in appearance. While occasional consumption may not pose significant harm, daily reliance on diet sodas can have a cumulative effect on the aging process, especially when it replaces water, herbal teas, or other hydrating beverages with actual benefits. If you're looking for a healthier alternative, try sparkling water with a splash of lemon or a hint of natural fruit extract. These can provide the same fizzy satisfaction without the aging side effects. It's soft, convenient, and often the foundation of a quick sandwich. But white bread, along with other refined grains like white rice and pasta, is one of the sneakiest contributors to premature aging, particularly in people over 60. White bread is made from highly processed flour that has been stripped of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. What remains is a fast-digesting carbohydrate that causes rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin. This constant roller coaster of glucose can increase inflammation, stress the pancreas, and lead to insulin resistance over time, all major drivers of aging and chronic disease. Elevated blood sugar levels, even for short periods, contribute to glycation, the same harmful process that damages skin proteins and leads to wrinkles and stiffness. In fact, people with higher intakes of refined grains tend to show more visible signs of aging, including duller skin, increased fatigue, and slower recovery from illness or injury. White bread also lacks antioxidants, healthy fats, or beneficial plant compounds, meaning it fills your stomach without nourishing your cells. And because it digests quickly, it can leave you hungry again soon after eating, increasing the chances of overeating or snacking on unhealthy foods later in the day. If you love bread, consider switching to whole grain or sprouted grain varieties. These offer more fiber, nutrients, and a slower release of energy, supporting not only digestive health but also better aging outcomes. Aging is natural, but accelerating it through diet doesn't have to be. Fortunately, making a few mindful changes to your eating habits can make a big difference over time. Here are some realistic tips for staying youthful and energized through what you eat. Read labels carefully. Always check for added sugars, trans fats, and sodium levels, especially in foods labeled low-fat, diet, or healthy. These terms can be misleading. Favor whole over processed. Choose whole fruits instead of juices, whole grains instead of refined flours, and unprocessed proteins like fish, eggs, or legumes over deli meats or sausages. Hydrate with purpose. Replace soda and sugary drinks with water, infused water, herbal teas, or mineral water. Hydration supports skin elasticity, kidney health, and cognitive function. Snack smarter. Swap chips for nuts, seeds, or air-popped popcorn. Add flavor with herbs and spices instead of relying on salt or sugar. Use healthy fats. Cook with olive oil or avocado oil, and don't fear small amounts of butter or natural fat sources. They can help absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Prioritize fiber. Eating more fiber through vegetables, whole grains, and legumes can slow digestion, reduce inflammation, and support a healthy gut, your silent ally in graceful aging. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about awareness and small improvements that add up. You don't need to eliminate all bad foods, but reducing their frequency can help your body stay stronger longer. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. With the right choices, your 60s, 70s, and beyond can be vibrant, active, and full of life. But it starts with awareness, especially about the everyday foods that may silently work against your health. If you learned something new today, or if you've experienced changes in your body related to diet, we'd love to hear from you. What's one food you've stopped eating after 60? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more science-backed videos on senior health, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Let's grow stronger, one smart choice at a time.